Welcome to my Mitsuri Wig tutorial. Yeah, I really had to redo it. This wasn't really cutting it anymore for me. I've been really wanting to do a new Mitsuri wig for a while now, but I haven't because the voices told me no. My old wig's braids just aren't thick enough, and I really want to keep it screen accurate to the anime, which is really hard when you have small, wimpy braids.
Jingle, jingle.
But I bought this wig off of Amazon, and it already came pre-crimped except the bangs, which I don't understand why the bangs weren't pre-crimped.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
And since this stupid wig doesn't have pre-crimped bangs like the rest of the wig, I have to section them and actually crimp them now. This wig came with 3 different sections for the bangs. I just simply sectioned them out so I can start crimping. Crimping these bottom bangs just a little bit more than you would usually crimp a wig. Like fully going in crimping this, like heavy on the crimp marks. I really don't care right now because I will go back and fix those later. I do know I like to comb through it still to get rid of the excess crimp marks and then spray with a little bit of hairspray because the hairspray is going to help crimp. I'm going to repeat this process several times until it's kind of crispy and fried like chicken.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Being through that crisp and then continuing that process. Now I'm taking my crimp iron and I'm just straightening it like you would with a flat iron. Slightly teasing it too though, because the teasing's going to help get rid of the crimp marks. I'm officially doing the green layer, which is also a very big crimp layer that I really want to do, but I'm being more careful about how I do my crimp marks. And then I continue crimping it until I'm satisfied with the amount of crimp. Satisfied with crimping, I go over with a flat iron and then I also tease it a bit with a teasing brush. Just going back and forth really helps get rid of that texture that I really don't want showing. I'm very much a perfectionist, and so I tend to go back and forth until I'm satisfied, which takes me a little bit more time, but it's totally worth it. And now finally getting to put those bangs away after crimping and teasing my life out of it, and now I get to work on the actual base wig. I'm starting off braiding 2 braids per braid. These braids are more of a detail thing for me. They give it texture and then also a little bit more volume and a little bit more eye-catching detail, which I really appreciate in a wig. I take about 2 centimeters of hair and just braid it, and then I go back and kind of pull it out.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Also, make sure to check the strands when you're braiding. Sometimes hair likes to get stuck while you're braiding the hair, and it's not a fun process. I don't know how satisfying it is to look at for other people, but this braids satisfy me. See, I went over with these braids like twice before this, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, but I figured out the best way to braid this was putting it into small ponytails and then just going in with the braiding. Don't waste your time fiddling with strands of hair when you can just ponytail things. I put a green elastic at the bottom and then I do the same thing that I did for the other braids, which is poof it out. One last thing that I forgot to mention was I cut the ponytails off so it didn't look like it was stuffed. But now I'm teasing these bangs as a way to start off doing these bangs. As everyone knows, the freaking Demon Slayer characters have these weird crunchy ass looking bangs and they're really hard to recreate, but I found out flat ironing and hairspray is the best way to go about this. What I like to do is hairspray and then just kind of use my fingers to smush it into the hair. Then I go over with my flat iron and then I just kind of fry it like chicken. After baconing the bangs, I like to go in with my scissors to make it very clean. So before you even start doing your Mitsuri bangs or any Demon Slayer character bangs for that matter, for the Mitsuri bangs, I started off with the green and then I layered the pink on top so it kind of gets that merged feel. Because I tried it the other way around and it looked bad. Since everyone knows that my Mitsuri wig is detailed out with flowers, I decided to do that again with this one because it wouldn't be my Mitsuri cosplay without the flowers. People keep asking where I got these flowers from. They're from old bouquets that my mom had at wedding parties, so I don't know how to help y'all. But that's it. That's how I do my Mitsuri wig. This was a very bad tutorial, so if you want better tutorials, maybe I'll give them.